It's been a while, guys, and I am glad to be back. I've been a bit busy with school this past month or so and haven't been posting, but I'm hoping this little video will make up for it, and I cannot wait to get into this. I haven't read ahead. If it swears, well, I'm gonna use a substitute because I'm tired. I hope you enjoy this video. Crazy man on bus forces me to talk to his girlfriend on phone. Got revenge. Kinda. I'll make the intro short and just say I'm typing on my phone, so there will be lots of mistakes, but I'll try my best to go back and correct as many as I can. Also, this was a year ago and my memory sucks, so most of the lines won't be right, but they'll pretty much be what happened. The cast you already know. ED, EM, K, me, and RG, random guy. Alrighty. So last year during the summer, I had tennis practice every day, about a half-hour drive away from my house. It lasted 2 hours a day, and after a couple days of my mom either dropping me off and only going home for about 45 minutes, or staying there the entire time in the beating sun, she decided I was old enough to take the bus there. I was 13 at the time, but having 3 brothers way older than me made me think that I was pretty mature and could pretty much handle anything. So there was a bus stop that went pretty close to where we lived, and another on the other side of the park from where my tennis practice was. Because the walk would have been too long, I brought my bike with me every time. Not really relevant. So anyways, this particular day was extremely hot. The bus came. I put my bike on the rack quickly, scanned my pass, and sat down. It was much more crowded than usual. I blame the sun for that. So I couldn't get the seat I normally did in the very front. I liked that seat because it was close to the driver, so if anything sketchy happened, there was someone there. I sat down in the window seat and put my tennis stuff next to me on the aisle seat. I didn't want anyone sitting next to me, but if they ran out of places to sit, I would have moved it. After about 10 minutes sitting in peace, this really obnoxious guy comes in. He plops his butt down in the seats across from me. I can't remember if he was a land whale who had a Karen haircut or not like every other post. Forgive me. I looked over and see him staring at his phone, very confused. He looks at me instantly as if he was waiting for someone to notice me. "Hey, help me," he said in this really rude tone, but I could see that he really did need help, so I did it. "Sure, what do you need?" "I don't know," gets up from seat. Which stop, puts my bag on the floor, to get off, sits down next to me to meet my girlfriend. I looked at him with this really face expression, but he doesn't really do anything. "Do you know where your girlfriend is?" "She's at King Spoopers with EK." How do people like this have a baby? "Which King Spoopers?" He doesn't respond, but instead presses a button on his phone and hands it to me. I see the name on it and put it against my ear. The name was like girlfriend or something. Yeah. "Hello?" I was about to answer, but out of nowhere, ED snatched the phone and said hi and all that good stuff. Then he said he found someone to help him and gave me back the phone. I don't know why he even gave it to me in the beginning, but whatever. The only part of this conversation I remember is asking his girlfriend which King Supers. Spoopers! I think I've been saying spoopers. I'm going to keep saying spoopers. Which King Spoopers she was at. She didn't know. What she sees around her, she said. Starbucks. And for those of you who don't know, there's like a Starbucks everywhere, so that doesn't narrow down anything. I finally get a piece of information out of her. There's a Michael's next to her. I hand the phone back to Edie and whip out my phone while he goes back to his seat. I try to look up King Supers next to Michael's, but it doesn't work. All this time, Edie is nagging me about not wanting to miss a stop and to go faster, only making it harder to find. Can you shut up? Random guy didn't help too much, but at least he got Edie to quiet down a little. I got the brilliant idea to look up the KS near me, then try to find the Michaels next to it on maps. It worked, and I found the store she was at. She was at choose a location. And what stop do I have to get off at? I was sick of this and just wanted to listen to music, so I pretended to look at my phone for a little bit, then said, "Next stop." Without even a thank you, he picked himself up and his stuff up from the seat, waited by the door, and hopped right off when it opened. I looked over at RG and said, "The stop was actually 10 minutes ago." He chuckled along with a couple other people that heard, and we went back to our nice, quiet ride. That's nice, man. You know what? My phone's lagging. Alright, I'll get to the next one. And on to the next one. Seems to be another short one. Hey guys, I'm on mobile, and I know I make a few mistakes, so if I make one, please do your best and roast me. I am from the US to the mother frickin' A. My native language is English, but my parents taught me Russian since they were from there. It was a few. Hold up. I need to introduce my lovely cast. You might know what me, ED, EM, and BF stand for, but I'll include BP for Best Principal. It was a few months ago, and I decided to tell my BF this story, if he remembered. He told me to go on Reddit and this kind of thing. Someone else, who I will introduce in the end, told me to post the whole story. It was during May of 2017, during my junior year. BF and I decided to go to the movies with a few friends. We went and saw Alien Covenant. We got our seats and one of the kids was invited by BF, our ED. I was skeptical at first, but ignored it. She was looking at me for a while and said her mother was picking her up afterwards. ED, my mom is picking me up after the movie. We all said okay and saw it. We come out and our EM was standing at the front entrance. She must have seen me, and when I got to my car, she called my name. I'm going to use part of my username. Hey, Crow! I made the mistake to walk over to her. EM, this is your boyfriend? He's handsome! Note, I was 6'2" at the time with dark hair and a little beard. Oh, it's a male. Oops. I was surprised when she said this. Me. Sorry, I'm not her boyfriend. I don't even know her. EM rolled her eyes. Come on, go ahead and date her. She's nice, loving, and caring. That was not true. She picked on my other friends and was very rude. I backed up to my Chevy Camaro and got in. The whole time ED tried to grab my hand. I turned on the car and saw no car in the parking space behind me. I backed out and drive. On Tuesday, I get called to BP's place not knowing what I did wrong. I walked in and thought, oh shoot, the EM and ED were in the office. I began to think of all the accusations that they were about to make. BP, Crow, do you know why you are here? I say in Russian. It's probably because these two accused me of something I didn't do. BP smiles and says, you are here because these two say you assaulted them on Saturday. EM, you are darn right! He assaulted my daughter and I as we were leaving the house! I looked at her and said, how would I have done that if I was with my partner? ED, your partner is a sleut. She probably cheats. Me, if you paid any attention in the school paper, you would know that I don't have a girlfriend. BP spoke Russian as well. It's how we got along. Is she for real? I shrugged and was excused. Thursday was worse. ED tried to hit on me after school by following me to my car. Once I got in, she and her mom were hitting to windows to try and get my attention. I ignored and drove off. When I got home, my parents were working on the garden and said hi. They went inside and I stayed out to sit in the large tree in our front yard. 5 minutes later, guess who rolls up to my house? If you guessed my BF, then 10 points to you. If not, then sorry about that. He sees me in the tree and climbs up. ED and EM roll up while we are talking. We are quiet when they go up to the door. My dad answers the door and confused with what they are saying. I hop down. He doesn't understand you. He only understands Russian. Dad closes the door and I confront the two. I whistle and BF jumps out of the tree. EM looks as if she were to explode. I am going to tell you one more time. Date my daughter. I laugh and say, have you not been paying attention? I've been dropping hints every time we see each other. What hints? I kiss BF and he does the same. I walk past EM and ED with shocked looks on their faces. Me and BF, that's right, boyches. We are gay and proud of it. Now take broken condom and stay away from me. I'm gonna go find the next one. Okay, this one's gonna make me sad. They're little puppies, so I am not really looking forward to this. It's okay if they die. They were just born. Had to re-upload because I didn't have enough karma. Disclaimer. Sorry for any misspellings. I do speak English. I'm just a freaking idiot. Context. So my mom has a daycare that she runs in our house, and there's this lady that used to bring her 5 kids. 2 5-year-old ones, 10-year-old, and a 2-year-old and a 6-year-old brat to daycare. Usually just 2 or 3 at a time, and about 1.5 years ago, I was 13, going to be 14 at the time, and now I'm 15, so yeah, that's about right. My dog had babies. 4 babies, 3 boys and 1 girl to be exacted. And the next day, the mother decided to all 5 of her kids with her and have a chit-chat with my mom for a few minutes. Now my mother was already stressed with the 4 puppies. Now she has to deal with 4 kids and a mother who doesn't know when to leave. So now, since you know the story, here's what had happened. Your cast: M, entitled parent; B, brat; M, my mom; me, the all-powerful scrumpet boy. It's me, guys. It's me. Your story. My mom was cooking a meal after we had a long day of taking care of kids and puppies when you-know-who knocks on our door. Opens. Oh, what are you doing here? I wanted to come by and say hello. Children start running in and immediately start making a mess. I see you brought the whole cast. Yup, I decided to bring all of them since I could leave them home with husband's name, and you babysit anyway, so I thought you wouldn't mind. I guess it's fine. My mom and EM sit and talk while the kids are running around the house. Meanwhile, I am with my dog watching those puppies like a hawk when B asked me a question that I had underestimated the power of. Can I hold one of the puppies? Sorry, B, the puppies have to be with their mom right now. Aw, but just for a second? I'm sorry, but the puppies have to be with their mom. B then crosses his arms and goes to his mom. Now, this might be my first pose, but this is not my first interaction with r/entitled parents. And his mom just looks at me with a nice smile and says, Can you please let B hold one of the puppies? He's good with dogs. I'm sorry, EM, but the puppies were only born yesterday and they need to be with their mom. Oh, come on, they'll be fine. My son is right. You can't touch the babies when they've just been born. Oh, but your son is touching them. She then looks at my mom like she caught her lying about something. But I'm wearing gloves and not removing them from the cage, just helping my dog feed them. Just so you can know, I was moving the babies to the dog's breast whenever they couldn't find it, and they were in a cage because that was the safest place for them to be. Plus, my dog gave birth in it, so... She then gets a little louder. Well, just give him a pair of gloves. I'm sorry, Em, but your son can't pick up the puppies. Em then glares at me and starts talking to my mom again, while B is standing next to her angry. As my mom was talking, Em was half listening and looked like she was thinking. When my mom went to the kitchen to get back to the food she was cooking, and Em makes a grin and whispers to B, and he looked really happy, so I guess suspicious. I now have my guard on the puppies at 110%. When B walks past the cage and about 5 times, then when my mom calls me to the kitchen, I walk to the kitchen keeping an eye on B. When I get into the kitchen, my mom passes me some food, and I immediately put my food down as I hear a quiet whimpering and run to the cage. I then see B with one of the puppies in his hand, and my dog looking at him confused. Me with a strong but not raised voice. I said not to pick up the puppies. Please put it back. No! Just let him. I said for your son not to touch the puppies. Are you saying my son can't be gentle with some damn puppies? Meanwhile, he's flying the puppies around like a toy plane. When I decide to go get the puppy from him, as I go to grab it, he throws it at the cage and it screams in pain. What the frick are you doing, you little shoot? B then tries to stomp on the puppy that on the floor when I run in to smack him, but my dog beats me to it by biting him very hard, cutting through his skin. As B starts screeching, my dog picks up the puppy and helps it stop crying. Your rabid dog just bit my son. My dog only bit your son because he threw it at the cage. Who cares that it was just born if it dies? Who cares? Now that really got me peeved. Me, my mom, and the dog would care. Now get out of our house, you boich. Yam, almost splitting the earth in half itself. How dare you call me a boich? Control your child now. My mom was busy checking if the puppy was okay. The puppy was perfectly fine, if you're wondering. I am so sorry, Em, son. Say that you're sorry and go to your room. Now, you might be thinking that my mom went crazy, that she didn't see what happened, but just by looking at her, I knew what was going to happen. Well, not the exact plan, but close enough. I went down the hallway and peeked around a corner when I saw my mom fixing up Bee's cut when she brings all the money EM owes us from bringing her kids. When she brings up all the money EM owes us from bringing her kids here today and all the freebies my mom gave her, and it turned out she owed us about $5,000+. EM went crazy, but it quickly stopped when my mom gave her such a look that it could kill gods. EM then reluctantly took out her checkbook and wrote a check for $5,000+. And when she was leaving, my mom told her that if she comes near her, me, or her dog again, she would beat her arse so bad that she'd be sore for years. And that goes double if the check bounced. The EM then left in a huff with her kids and said how she would sue us for assault of a minor and animal abuse. And I guess she either forgot or was just bluffing because she never came back. TDLR. A EM bring her 5 kids to my mom at home daycare, and one of the kids throw a newborn puppy at the cage, and then she has to pay my mom a lot of money and runs off in a huff. P.S. We sold all the puppies, but the one that got thrown at the cage was the cutest, biggest, and sold for the most money. $1,250 to be exact. P.P.S. 3 days ago from this post, my dog had 4 more puppies. 3 boys and 1 girl again. And they are all growing up nice and beautifully and a bit spoiled. Here are the puppies. Puppies. Puppies! Puppies, little babies. Little babies, I love them. I want them. I love them and I want them and they're cute, cute, cute. Alrighty, everyone. I think that's it for today, and I am glad I got to catch up. If you do want to see more of this, I would gladly check out other subreddits. I would gladly but I do want some recommendations. Even if you don't think it'd be that popular of an opinion, but you like that subreddit, just leave it down below, and I'd be happy to do it for you. Because even if I can make just one person smile, I'll be happy too. Have a wonderful evening, morning, or noon, whatever it is for you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!